Okay, yesterday I completed the build of my new UHF 3D beam. So this one is tunable to do 70 centimeters ham band, as well as 63 centimeters UHF CB. Can probably do a bit more, but you don't want to go too far out of its dimensions. Now I've just got the little UV thingy connected here, and over there I've got a field strength meter, and I'd like to try and demonstrate. Now, as you can see, it's not showing anything at the moment. I'll just try and demonstrate the front lobe pattern. So what I'll do is I will start the transmitter, and the front of the antenna is actually in this axis here, so between these two elements. This is the strongest lobe. But what I'll be doing is I'll be rotating it, and you can see these angles because it's like an X. So this angle and this angle is exactly halfway between bang on front and bang on the side. And I'll simply initially just move it from bang on front to exactly between the side and front, and see the difference on the meter. This will give you the idea of the extremely intense lobe. So just bear with me. Here we go. VK3 VKE testing on this frequency, and I'm on 442.050 megahertz FM. Now I'll try to get this in shot. So I'm pretty much aiming at the meter. It's moved a little bit there, but it doesn't matter. I'll zoom in on the meter if we can, and you can see we've got, hopefully you can see that, full scale. The needle's at the top. Now I'll try my best, hopefully this does show. I'll see if I can get the antenna in shot as well, that would be even better, and let's hope that this is visible on the camera. So I'm now going to move so that it's exactly between side and front. That's now, let me just try and get that to stay there. So hang on, that's exact. So if you follow that line now, that diagonal cross section, you can see I'm now exactly between side and front. And hopefully you can see the meter is pretty much at the bottom. And I will now rotate it back to front. And you should be able to see, oops, the meter is at maximum. And now I will move this to the other diagonal. That should be about right now, exactly between side and front, and she's at minimum. So extremely sharp front lobe here. Very hard for me to do this. Ideally I'd need two cameras, wouldn't I? But yeah, so there's front on, so just stand by. So now I will take an observation moving around the system. So now I'm at the rear of the antenna system. The radio is hanging down there, and I will now wander around the system, trying to keep a fairly even distance here. So now I'm off the side, coming around to the side front, and now onto the front, as you can see, full scale, and now back around to the side front, exactly between side and front now. Look at that. And now coming around to exactly on the side, and now side back. Sorry about not keeping it all in shot here, and exactly around to the back. So and around again, side back, bang on the side, and coming around, and super sharp lobe to the front. That has to outdo a pretty good Yagi. So there she is. 60 to 70 centimeter band, adjustable, just like the 2 meter version, by the spacing on the balance feeder. So the dimensions remain the same, factoring in wavelength and velocity factors, as my previous video about the the design info, etc. So I will link that in the description. So again, I will just simply move the antenna from this position to that, and then off the side again, sort of side, not even full on side, but this time I will zoom in on the meter as we do that. Hopefully this stays visible. So diagonal side, back to bang on front, and diagonal side and back to bang on front. I'll see if I can, oh well, you can see by this little section here, actually that might actually help. I'll try and get that to focus. So diagonal side, you can see that's dropped right down, back up to top and back around. Oops, sorry, I'm not very good with this camera, am I? So there you go, absolutely fantastic. So yeah, very small version. UHF Beam, much better than a Yagi. The pattern is immense, and pretty much everything off the front. 7.3, and thanks for watching.